going to move to which club, and which club is going to have the best transfer windows. Even though officially the transfer window is not open yet, but clubs can make signings, and once the transfer window opens, then they can make it official. Good morning, guys. Welcome to Vote Sports on Vote 104.3 FM. My name is Godwin, and I'm here with guys in the studio to talk about football transfer just today. So we are going to talk about clubs that are making moves in the transfer market. Good morning, also. How are you?
Good morning, Godwin. Good morning, sports lovers. Now, if you snooze, you lose. As it is now, we don't enter the phase of snooze and lose, because as the scout player, you don't call her for photo and say you want to buy her.
Thank you.
Another person don't follow from backyard, go carry her, and you go lose.
Good morning, John.
Welcome to the show, guys.
A very good morning to you, Godwin. Good morning, sports fans and football maniacs out there. This is the best time of the season for me, when clubs are making those moves, signing those players,
you say that
doing
because
stuff.
Pastor has money. So
Now we have money. We have excess money.
You can come and say all that.
God, forget. You know, say if you play football manager, now by this time you go find the big name, so you go sign
Now
for
by this
free.
time, I will make people wear their contract.
Don't
They 6 months
expire.
to go, 1 year to
No,
go.
at least, man, say 1 year to go up after they end their contract this May.
Okay,
So,
now remember,
you find
guys.
them.
Remember, guys, we are live on YouTube at Vote FM Sports. We are live on YouTube. Go there, drop your comments. We'll be reading your comments live here in the studio. Okay, let's dive into transfer news. Let's start with the big one. Chelsea Football Club are making big moves in the transfer market. Yesterday, they broke the deal to sign the lap from Ipswich Town. He had a 50-50 conversation on the internet that is he a big striker for Chelsea? Is he a player that can take Chelsea forward? But he's still a young player. He had a buyback clause with Manchester City, but Man City decided not to activate that clause, so that they are going to pay Man City a little bit of that money to Man City. But him moving to Chelsea is a big trust striker. Last season they went to buy Omorodium, almost the same build. Both of them are huge, tall, and they are both fast. And the lap is, I won't say that it's that fast, but he has space to burn. But him moving to Chelsea, he has only Jackson to compete with. Do you think it's a good move for him and for Chelsea?
For me, I want to come from two perspectives. Now, the first perspective I want to come from is that this is an English talent that has scored at least 16 goals so far this season, playing at a side called Ipswich that have been underperforming so far this season. So, yes,
relegation. If they are relegated,
they underperform.
Yes,
they don't play anything.
They don't play nothing. How many points they get for table?
25 points. I mean 23 points.
And who they top? How many points person they top get? 84.
How many points Tottenham you pass them?
It not concern me. Underperformance, please.
So
let's move forward.
No, the games they call underperform. Like Tottenham underperform.
They've underperformed so far this season, and he has a clause in his contract that allows him to leave if they get relegated.
Yes.
Smart move there by his agent. And there are a lot of clubs that have been in contact. Everton have been in contact. Newcastle have been in contact. A couple Manchester United have also been in contact. And Chelsea, just out of the blue, came out and picked him off everybody's hands. That's one side of the perspective. The second perspective now is, if you look at this Chelsea squad, this is the youngest Chelsea squad we've seen in 2 decades. 1. 2 is that he fits the profile of the players Chelsea have been buying. He's a young lad. Is he now going to be the 30-goal messiah? No. I remember I said it some days back that Chelsea need 2 strikers. A young project that can come in and develop in the side, and a finished product that can bang in goals for you. So for me, what I'm seeing is this is the understudy to that 9 position, and we are going to see a better 9 coming to the club.
The young player that can come in and understudy is McGay.
Before I can even talk about that, if you are saying 2 strikers, then what happened to Jackson before I go to Nonso?
Jackson and the rest, sorry.
Everybody, me and you know that Jackson will be here.
Jackson and the rest, sorry.
Me and you know that they're going
Jackson
to be here.
feel they now, they come from bench. We have Club World Cup this season. We have Champions League, we have Carabao Cup, we have FA Cup. Somebody have to be available to play the cup competitions.
We argued this. If you argue this when we argued about Eucharist and
Zesco, yes.
I said what I'm saying is that depending on the formation you are playing, you can only allow 2 big strikers in your team. For example, if you have a Delap, a Jackson, and a Gui, a young boy that doesn't matter even if he plays 10 games in the season.
My brother,
doesn't complain.
With all due respect to the lab, no be big striker in be.
Oh, come on. Okay, now so what do you
With all
think
due
of
respect, you know a big striker.
now so what do you make of this deal first? This
Him and
deal
G
was
is the same boat.
it was 30 million pounds. So
Philosopher don't talk. Let tactician talk. Philosopher, let me now explain
Thank
to
you.
This is a very, very bad deal
wow, for Chelsea.
for Chelsea and the player.
Why?
Well, let me tell you, you can't have, like we said on this show, or perhaps we've said many times, you can't have two top strikers if you're playing one striker per game. You get? And now you're bringing what's it called now? This guy into the side to come and develop a Liam into the side to come and compete for place with Jackson.
Yes.
Now we know that Jackson starts. Is he coming to Chelsea to sit on the bench? That's the question, because you can't start him ahead of Jackson.
You cannot say that Jackson
Now wait, calm down.
You can't say Jackson start because he's an upgrade on Jackson.
How can you say he's an upgrade on Jackson?
Bro, look at his numbers. Look at his numbers. He's an upgrade.
Let's see if he's an upgrade or not.
See,
both of them are equally basically the same
mode of strikers.
No mode of striker, like
the same mode.
Not be the same mode.
Body defender.
You cannot say that Jackson is a bigger striker than him. I cannot say that the lab is a bigger striker.
So now I talk
can we address the elephant in the room?
That
Jackson is a winger. Not be striker in
B. Not a striker for Chelsea.
Not be striker in B. Now winger in B. Now we
last season for Villarreal before they bought him, he was a
striker. He was the striker.
They brought him
for
Chelsea for 2 seasons.
It's just like Inaki Williams has played from the right wing, and coach is a player where they don't get injury. He carry up for the it's give him numbers. From there, he started playing at the time. So you can't see this guy and this guy are the same mode of players.
They are not the same mode.
The same mode of players.
They are not the same mode, bro.
Godwin, you will have problem in your dressing room. First of all, you have problem in your dressing room because if this guy comes to Chelsea, he's coming for game time, not to come and sit on the bench.
He will play every game.
He's going to play, obviously.
And Jackson want to play every game as well.
Both of them will play every game, obviously.
Who go they bench?
The problem like who will start? I think that.
I the problem there. Who go start?
No matter what happens, one person will start.
Because you give Jackson 60 minutes, he no score goal. You can't give this one 30 minutes, he can't come score. Wait, you can't give this one 30 minutes, he can't score one goal. You say, oh, he's starting next match. Next match, you start now. He plays 70 minutes, he don't score. No, you put this in 20 minutes end, he score one goal. You have a problem.
If you have two big strikers in your team, anybody that performs well starts. It's obvious.
Simple.
Every big team have to work, especially for striker. That position for that striker, you have two world-class strikers in your team. You must, if you want to win trophies, apart from some teams, like luckily for like Liverpool, they didn't have it that in good work because they have Salah that can score 29 goals. So let's excuse them. But other teams,
they get world-class strikers.
Other
they
teams,
get Darwin Núñez and Jota.
For Chelsea needs it. Everybody in that top, right? Man City has Mamouche and Haaland. Both of them are, I won't say Haaland is a world-class striker, but Mamouche, you can just call him a good player. Do you understand? Every team needs that kind of player. So for Chelsea to have a Delap and Jackson in the team, I don't think it's going to be a problem. The problem is that who starts. That's even my problem.
When I say they have the same mode of play.
Another thing.
When I say the same mode of play, it was bully defender, try and score. Hold up play. They are physical on the air, physical on the ground, physical on the ball. Which of these players will drift for you? You talk about Haaland and Mamouche now. Haaland will camp up front.
What do you want to
Mamouche to drift?
Jackson can drift already.
No.
Jackson can drift.
How many drifts? Everything they call drift.
Because coach will not allow you to.
Formula One drifter.
Remember, when we are talking about drifting and all, you cannot do those things except the coach instructs you to do
Thank
those
you.
Things. Even if you are, for example, Henry can do that because we got allowed him to do it.
Because they brought him in as waiting.
No, it doesn't matter. If probably Winger told him to Omo, guys, stay at the middle. I don't want to see you at the left. He stays at the middle. It's as simple as that. So
no matter what in him, we carry him to that left and right.
No matter what you want to say, no matter what the coach will instruct you how he wants his team to play. Of course. If Jackson is not moving from the left to right, because probably the coach told him to stay at the middle and play the way he wants to play. That's how the formation works in the team. So for what I'm even saying about the lap is young. He's not a 20-goal striker, but he might score 20. He might.
Of course, he has. If
has the potential.
If you can score 15 at Ipswich,
he can score 20 at Chelsea.
Thank you.
That's
possible. The thing.
But you know they work that way.
I'm just saying, bro. We are still going to see it play out. But I'm sure that this is not the signing Chelsea fans are looking for. Chelsea fans are looking for an Osimhen, or they are looking for at least a big.
I think the Chelsea policy, if you look at it in the last 2 seasons, they buy under 25 players.
And then
Osimhen is more than 25 years already. I mean, when I mean under 25 years old down, they buy 23, 24,
22,
and down.
19.
So the lab fits in the mood. But Osimhen obviously doesn't fit in
that
category.
Chelsea have bought their striker. There's no other one coming.
Remember, Osimhen's wages is different. The lab might collect a lesser pay. Osimhen will collect a big pay.
Of course, he deserves it, man.
I know.
No doubt.
So
because no, I just want us to be clear. You know, I'm saying this thing now from one of those movies. I just want us to be clear. So far as we are clear, we are clear. No other big striker signing for Chelsea this summer.
Well, I think so. I don't know. I think so.
Because me, I'm telling you that I am still seeing another big marquee signing in the attack.
I tell you, say for these two today,
you go have to bring another man.
You know, go if you bring another person coming.
Who will come day bench? It don't make sense.
Now you see, I tell you, a tactician stand.
If they are playing
who go day bench? If you're playing a 4-4-2, no problem.
If you are playing 4-4-2, you can have an extra
one. No problem.
One.
But this one is playing. Now look at see, understand though. If let's say you don't understand what's there for Chelsea, there's this guy at Ligon. At Strasbourg, that's coming back from loan.
I think he's going to go.
He's going to play behind the striker, compete with Kopama. Estabo Williams
plays from the left.
He's coming this summer. He will play from the behind striker and he will play from the flanks. So look at that Kopama position now. You see that numbers are coming back. Now this guy that is at AC Milan, you are not Lionel Messi. You are not Lionel Messi. Not Lionel Messi is coming back. Because again, Lionel Messi, they can't get not Lionel Messi. So not Lionel Messi is coming back.
Then go sell him now.
Who want buy him? Saudi people they look inside.
Yeah, Felix is not playing for Chelsea.
And I call him. I say not
stating the obvious.
I say not Lionel Messi. They call their Felix.
Of course, you can. If you can understand, you can decode.
Okay,
you know.
Chelsea are making big moves. Yesterday they
are not a big move. This is not the move Chelsea fans are waiting for.
You might say that.
They will call in and tell us, but this is not the move they are waiting for.
But if you look at the way they are talking, probably on social media, anybody can say it on social media, but they think he's a big striker. Him and Jackson, I think they will try them. If it don't work, they will try another team next season. But I think two of them are enough. Plus Gui, that you brought from Barcelona.
Two of them are enough?
Plus Gui.
Two of them are enough?
For me, plus Gui makes it
three.
Gui is a young player.
He's a young player. He
can grow, he can learn. And I just like his energy.
Yes, I saw him in that finals.
I like his energy.
No be by energy.
Baba, they run.
So
the pressure defense. If you want to play high line.
That means say drifter don't they now?
Gui na young player, and I know he will be drifter. You know if he start ahead of any of these two.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Having a young player,
having a good striker and a young player that you can count on, then I think it's enough for a team. For example, for Arsenal, if Havertz has to play as a striker next season, they have to buy only one striker. If Havertz will play as a striker, he will not move him back as a midfielder. They have to buy only one striker because you don't have two marquee signings.
What I don't like is half measures in this life. I don't like half measures. For example, if you are going to upgrade a position with your full chest. Havertz out and Jesus out.
We are not talking about Havertz.
Two marquee signing in that position. You know, say my attack don't dey.
John, I have told you. I said this.
Do you understand? In this situation for Chelsea now, Jackson, thanks for coming. Nkunku, thanks for coming. Osimhen, Delap, Giu, I'm okay.
It's okay. It doesn't work like that.
Say fine, no?
It doesn't work like that. This is not.
He asked me now. He asked me now for West Ham.
Buy Messi and Ronaldo.
Buy Messi and Ronaldo.
How you go buy Messi and Ronaldo? Where you get the money?
You know, buy Messi and Ronaldo. Put them on one thing. See me. Now you call Messi and Ronaldo. If you ask me,
now you call Messi and Ronaldo.
Messi, Ronaldo, Ibrahimovic. My striking line not complete. Any other person can go and stay in the bush.
Okay, the lab is going to move to Chelsea. We'll open the phone line and see what people think about that.
I'm telling you, Chelsea fans are not happy with this move.
Do you think that the lab, Jackson, and Guyu is enough for you to challenge for the title?
We let one go somewhere now. How can you be scouting a player, contacting the player
for how many months?
For 2 weeks now, for 2 weeks plus, only for news to just break?
Wait, Manchester United. I know you're talking about Manchester United. Now they are not a big club. Whether I want to like it or not, every player will choose other option. They are going to be the last option.
Champions League football, bro.
Because everybody can see people are depreciating.
Who like, you people?
Everybody.
Imagine you say everybody can see you people.
I'm not giving
you are the you people.
What I'm saying, if a Delap have
Did Delap not play Champions League before?
I'm
my
giving
head, you don't hear that anthem for in life.
Now every player that
doesn't know what the anthem sounds like.
Goes to Manchester United now, you know that he wants to play for Manchester because
Thank
they
you.
have nothing to offer you.
Yes.
That's the thing. But any player that wants to progress his career will move to other clubs that will play champion. Why will I come struggle with two people with 10 and
Just
15?
like they
have Champions League. And people will pay me the same
just
thing.
like they were using the name to lure Bruno Fernandes. Fernandes now don't see say head no dey this side. Now time for him to
Okay,
move.
Chelsea have booked a medical for Leon Delap already, and the personal agreement has been sealed for Chelsea. He's going to move to Chelsea from Ipswich, £30 million. That clause has been activated. He's going to move to Chelsea next season. But let's see if he's going to perform for Chelsea because he's a young. I think he's 21 or so. He's still a young lad.
Pretty young.
He's a young 22 years old, so he's actually young. Let's see if he's going to do well for Chelsea when he moves there. But I don't know if Chelsea is going to buy a striker or not. Okay, let's stay with Chelsea. Nkunku is obviously going to leave.
Yes.
It's obvious like Nkunku is going to leave Chelsea this season. For the past 2 seasons or so, he has been at Chelsea. He has not actually done anything for Chelsea. Even in the Europa League, he tried in the group stage, but knockout stage come, they don't even play.
I think
injuries and all couldn't allow him to perform for Chelsea. But Nkunku is going to leave. Joao Felix obviously is going to leave. So, but both players came in with high hopes, but they didn't perform.
Both players came in with high hopes, but Nkunku is a case study of buying a player and not having him with you immediately. Because he's not with you immediately right from when you sign him, other things that happen within the team can still influence his efficacy when he actually joins the team. I'll give you a clear case study. Nkunku was lighting up the Bundesliga when Chelsea signed him, scoring goals, doing fine and all that. He had to wait till I think the following season before he joined with the team. And at the time he had joined the team, they have already signed another player in that position. You understand me? Who came in immediately and was part of the team. And so now you have him in the side. You also have him coming
and
in.
The manager that scouted him, and the manager that scouted him has already left the job.
Thank you.
Another manager has already come in.
So
plenty things just happen between that era.
A lot of
and
things have happened within that period. Yes. Because the manager that signed him was the same manager that signed this and David Datro Fofana up front too in the striking position. Both of them, I don't think any of them got to play under the manager. He's out now. They are both like in a state of limbo. Nkunku didn't even do himself any justice when he came into Chelsea because he didn't make the most of his early start in the team. Yes, so he's also affected. Let me say, forget in a hurry that Chelsea pushed 2 of their big players out to get this guy in. And I'm wondering and asking to myself, like, of what's going on, because we are seeing it out there. You want to call down Westby. You call down Westby, finish. You can't go carry the Westby, go put for Felix head. Osimhen, that was our market after everything.
I think Osimhen was a little bit higher. I think part of the issue with Osimhen is always that his wages, not even the transfer money. Even though, truthfully, whatever Osimhen is asking,
all these monies would have covered Osimhen's wages, and you would have had a better striker, a better season. Let's not forget that Chelsea were 2 or 3 points shy of finishing first at a certain point in this season.
All these things we are talking about, it's my mind come down say flop. So, but him, no. So if you look at it's true.
It was still a flop for Chelsea. They're waiting they do Chelsea still pass waiting they do
no guarantee in all these things. Even you can make transfers and you know still work. Even though that you can have some guarantees. For example, if you buy on Osimhen, you are sure about at least 10 to 12 goals minimum. Because
at least 15.
Yes.
So he no score goal. He no score goal. He no even score at all. He get 15 goals. That's
okay, but if you look at Joao Felix and Nkunku, they are going to leave Chelsea obviously. And I think the ball transfer market.
I don't know why John is Osimhen all the. I said leave philosophy one side, talk tactics. The people who scam us pass on this life. Now that place where he come from.
Atletico, right?
Bilbao. Sunday Bilbao.
Madrid.
No be Atletico Madrid, Benfica. Now that be the biggest scam. They plan their work well. They scam the rest of the footballing world. Because how can you sell that player for about 100 million pounds?
113, my brother.
To Atletico Madrid.
What is close?
Leave that thing. The close or no close, the guy no good. You still sell that to ATM for that kind of price. Now ATM they suffer and they find who go sign a permanently.
They bought potential.
Thank you.
They paid for potential. What are we talking about here?
See, potential they show workings. This guy never show workings.
He show for them to activate that clause. That means I didn't watch him at Benfica. Nobody actually did. But people that watched him say that he has potential to become a world class player, and they paid 100 million.
Thank you.
What is it?
Godwin, people write that script. Nice camus. Okay, people write that script of him. Then when he came to Atletico Madrid, at first 5 games, you saw that bit of potential.
Yes.
He's a runner, he's a workaholic. Then now he's back at Chelsea after many after walk around. Now we say okay, he's going to go to AC Milan and do well. Even in AC Milan that they needed him the most to score goals, the boy is not doing anything.
Okay, another player we can talk about is Sancho. Sancho news broke yesterday. Chelsea has a buyback. Sorry, not a buyback. They can pay for permanent for Chelsea to for Sancho to move to Chelsea permanently. The talk is that Chelsea are in active talk with Sancho's agent to understand his salary request as a crucial point ahead of their final decision on the player's future. Chelsea won't match Sancho's current salary as Manchester United,
because
so they have to talk. For that deal to happen, Sancho has to drop his asking salary. I don't know what's in at Manchester United, but Chelsea will not pay that.
Let's not forget that Chelsea also have an escape route. 5 million to get him out entirely. So Sancho has to.
I think they like him. They want him to stay, but they will not pay him because if they don't pay
exotic wages, yes.
If they don't pay Osimhen that in quote what it is it that Sancho will know what and they
Sancho what am now?
Which what waiting?
He no play Champions League final last season.
And then?
Because now waiting Chelsea fans talk. He played Champions League final last season.
I have not even knelt down starting.
Thank you. Valid point.
When he first go Chelsea, he name him. They don't give a name. You know say Man U fans no give a name. They give a DJ. Man U fans they call him DJ. Because of chiki what they do with his leg. Chelsea fans don't give a name. They complete him for Sanchizi. Onyegu. And for Chelsea fans to give him Sanchizi, it means he's balling for them. They like the way he's doing his work.
The bottom line is he's going to take a pay cut to stay at Chelsea.
They want him to take a pay cut. Ababa is saying he doesn't want to take a pay cut. He wants his normal stipend. If he goes to Manchester, they will terminate the contract. He will stay jobless.
Okay, let's go away from Chelsea. Let's see what they decide with Sancho. Sancho needs to reduce his salary.
Yes.
If he wants to stay at Chelsea. I think that sometimes if a club doesn't want him, they'll find a way to make sure that it will be our fault to say you come out.
Thank you.
For example, if you are earning 250 at Manchester United and they say I'll pay you 120, you don't agree.
No.
That's the point. So
that's more than half.
Yes, when you go, they will not say we tried to keep him, but it didn't work. Sancho is probably trying to follow that particular
very
path.
Smart move. Maresca, I saw what you did there.
We will see if Chelsea.
You will pay 220. Highest will remove 30,000 pounds.
You are yourself.
From 250, we'll bring it down to 230.
See if Chelsea is going to keep Sancho or not. But for the lap is going to move to Chelsea next season. Let's hope that he does. But he's a young player from Ipswich Town. He moved from Manchester City to that place. He did well with them. Now he earned his big move to a bigger club. Hopefully he will do well. Okay, let's move to the other side of London. Arsenal is going to offer Gabriel a new contract. So he's going to stay he's going to stay at Arsenal for a very long time. And if I look at him, he's even a captain material, but he's going to Arteta is going to decide that in the future. But the news that broke yesterday is that Arsenal is now looking for more towards Sesko than Gyökeres. You know, we did a podcast and saying who Arsenal by Sesko or Gyökeres. We had debated on that, but it's like Arteta is winning that battle because the news broke that Arteta.
The most important thing that Gunners will say they need is a finished product. Arsenal don't build projects. They don't build projects from the time of 2010, 2011 to coming down to they don't build. I can give you a couple of strikers who have come to Arsenal and who have underperformed and were shamefully exited from the club, who didn't live up to the hype. So this spirit that is telling Arteta to buy Sesko, Arteta should be consulted because he needs Gyökeres in that team. He needs a finished product. Sesko can come in and become another Havertz, 10 goals a season. He's still not going to fix the problem up front. It's like telling me now that I want to fix a problem and you are looking at Chere Kampata way of fixing the problem rather than just solving the problem. It's called penny foolish, pound wise. At this point, it's no longer penny wise, pound foolish. This is now pound wise, penny foolish, because it's counterintuitive to what the average person would think. Rather than spending pennies to fix a problem, fix it once. Because if you calculate that penny you will spend in the next 5 years fixing that problem, it will better you just spend the big money now, fixed it, and moved on to something else.
So what do you think, Anna? So what do you think, Sesco Yokeres?
That's why they brought Bentner and said Bentner is a project he's going to develop his life.
Yes, I no go.
Alia there.
But enough of the. I don't know why John, you're an Arsenal fan.
You know, concern me. I dey tell you, waiting this.
To me.
I've lived through having terrible strikers over. I've lived through Kiki Musampa. I've lived through Samaras.
So like we've said before, I said it depends on the style of play of the team and the kind of player you want on the bench. If I have a drifter, someone that is always running into to come and collect, someone that is always running backward to come and collect the ball from goalkeeper, not even from midfield, to come and collect the ball from goalkeeper and build and score, I have him in my team. The next person I should be looking out for is someone that will stay there.
And
so
come.
In case if this one finish running up and down and he's tired, he can go and sit on the bench. Either one that will camp while the rest of the team can do their job. You get, because you running around is okay, because you running around, you can see those pocket spaces that you can deliver the passes into for your midfielders to score passes, for your other teammates to score goals. And also it opens up that space of, if you're tired, you come out, defenders can come in, or perhaps a player that can camp. I say defender. A player that can camp can come in and weigh on the tiredness of the defenders and score his goal. So
please bring in a camper.
Okay, let's join our senior man. Senior man will join us today. Bishop Bowie, good morning, sir.
Good morning, guys. How's everybody?
Good morning. It's been a while. How have you been?
Fine. I tried calling sometimes, but the good Rangers has more sense than Arsenal Football Club. You see, you just confirm and know that this is a club where they don't really care about this thing. The fans are shouting trophies. If you watch right now everywhere, Arsenal is posting and they are happy that they got the highest amount of money of all the English teams in the world because they got to the semi-final of the Champions League. They made £217 million. That's what they care about. I'll tell you an example. The league had not ended. Madrid had already gotten a right back from Liverpool, gotten a centre back from Bournemouth. League has not ended. There were 2 matches to go. Last match, they have already paid the money and they are already thinking of next tour. Liverpool just won the league. And they are already trying to get a left back also from Bournemouth. And they are already talking about Florian Wirtz. They are already talking about somebody up front. This is a team that just won the league. You that have come second 3 times, I mean, even come third the 4th time.
Thank you.
You are still arguing if you should buy Sesco, if you should buy Gyökeres. I don't know where the comparison is coming from. What they need right now is not to test anything. You have tested your team for 3 years. You've seen that they're coming up short. Second. You need somebody who can score a minimum of 25 goals.
Simple.
To be able to give you the league title. You can't be comparing him with him. Gyökeres scored, Sesco scored, I think, 22 goals last season in all competitions. You are comparing to a guy who has constantly scored 30, 40-something, and 50-something goals in the last 4 seasons. 3 seasons ago, Gyökeres scored only 12 goals, I mean 18 goals. That is not the striker Arsenal needs. I don't know if they are buying it because of set pieces to come and be heading ball. The Premier League has already mastered Arsenal because what's the difference? Average is about 12 goals last season. Sesco is about 15 or 18 goals. So what's the gap? If Aves was not injured, maybe we would have got to 18 goals in all competitions for Arsenal. So you can't compare that. And number 2, we are hearing that the amount to buy Sesco is almost 90 million euros. Why would you go and pay 90 million euros for somebody you are not sure of?
Thank you.
Wherever, and it's cheap, it's more expensive than having any good say in the past 6 years. You signed rubbish players in the past 6 years. So right now, he should not have a say. Get him the players that will help him do the job. Arsenal don't need many players. That's the truth. You need a number 9. Then Aves can become second striker if you want him to become striker. Sega, Zichenko. You need a left back.
Thank you.
Work with this young Gomez, Lewis Kelly. If possible, you might need the right back because Tomiyasu is Mami Water player. He doesn't get
Thank you.
Julian Timber is also injured again, even now as the season is ending. So you might need a very strong right back. Or if you don't get the right back, get a centre back and take Ben White back. So Ben White and Timber would play the right back. Ask someone to make it 4 because now we cannot have 3 left-footed centre defenders. Calafiori is there. These boys, the Kiwior is there, and Gabriel. So there are 3. So who is the second person to support this boy when he gets Saliba? So you might need one right-footed centre back, and maybe yes, you need a winger to support either Saka or Martinelli. But look at what Arsenal is doing now. You are signing another holding midfielder, Zubimendi. You have Zubimendi, you have Partey, you have Rice, you have Mireno. What are we doing? Who is advising this man? So they're not serious, sorry to say, but other things are going to bounce back. Liverpool is going to be stronger. Man City definitely will be very, 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 very solid. So if Arsenal does not do the needful, I'm talking about Osimhen right now. Obviously, they don't like Osimhen. Maybe I don't know why. I can't really tell why. Because I'd rather spend 80 million on Osimhen, 60 million on Gyökeres than spending 90 million on Sancho, who has not been very, 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 very solid. But Chelsea too, I like the lap. I think it's a very good addition to Chelsea side. The guy did a very good job, for Ipswich Town, and I think it's a very, very good signing for Chelsea. Lastly, I look at people say Chelsea just won the Conference League playing against small teams. I said, people that I wonder how people think. I told somebody, he said he prefers Arsenal playing against Real Madrid and PSG and leaving sometimes they are playing against some teams from Slovenia and winning a cup. I said to people, is it that people are now very funny, that vision has died? I said, you're telling me that I'd rather become a flower cutter, in Asoro just to shake the president than owning my own company in Aba. That's all. So if I shake the president, what does he do for me? I play Champions League, you won nothing. There is no trophy. The success of a club or players is by trophies. Nottingham Forest has won Champions League many years ago.
Yes. 2 Champions
And they were relegated. I prefer Arsenal finishing 19th and winning Europa League.
Thank you.
I'm winning it. Than telling me I'm second, then I play Champions League, let me say I'm not winning nothing. So it's high time. I feel this season is the last straw of the dice for Mikel Arteta. I feel so. If he doesn't deliver anything, I think it's time for him to go. Let somebody who can win come back for Arsenal. Thank you very much, guys. I appreciate you.
Thank you
very much.
Okay, let's see what Arsenal is going to be interesting. Sesko or Gyökeres. For me, if you ask me, I don't get option for this. I don't care. Even say anyway we want buy, maybe a buy, but Arteta is buying potential. What has potential? Okay, let's move to our YouTube channel.
He go cry without
potential. Felix.
He go cry without potential.
Let's go to our YouTube channel. Remember, guys, we are live on YouTube at both FN Sports. We have many comments. Cletus, welcome to the show. Say greetings from Liverpool FC, the most successful team in England. No shades. Okay, true that. Welcome to the show. He said, dude, wearing Tottenham shirt, started following that club this past week. Okay.
No, I don't hide them. Now last week as a win trophy, I go market.
Okay.
Go afford one.
Drake Media is saying, I don't know why there is even a battle between who to sign as a striker for Arsenal. You cannot compare Gyökeres and Sesko. Kelvin, welcome to the show. Okay, Kelvin, this is the first time I'm seeing your comment. Okay, please make sure you subscribe to our channel. He said, what makes you guys think that Gyökeres will come to Arsenal and play well? Well, he's a top striker. He might work. Well, Paul Rogers, welcome to the show. He said, no one wants to sign for Arsenal. Come on, Paul Rogers. And Uzo Chukwu, welcome to the show. This is the first time I'm seeing your comment too. Thank you for joining us today's show. Okay, Uzo Chukwu is saying Chelsea might end up signing 2 strikers, Delap and Gyökeres. Just mark this comment. Okay, we'll be looking at this comment.
Then John
said on this show already. So I'll mark today that Chelsea will buy 2 strikers. But I'm not sure, but John is very, very confident that Chelsea is going to buy another striker. And Uzo Chukwu is actually saying that Chelsea will buy another striker. But let's see. It's obviously a Chelsea fan. Okay, remember, guys, if you're on this channel, please remember to subscribe to our channel. When we go live every day, 8 a.m., please go and drop your comments. I will interact with you live here on the show. Okay. Before I start taking phone calls for Manchester United, obviously, Cunha is going to come in there.
There's no question mark to that Cunha deal.
Obviously, let's see what happens with that deal.
So they know.
He might still go to Manchester United, but we are already saying that Rashford will leave, a whole lot of players will leave this season. But let's see what happens with Manchester United. For Liverpool, Trent is leaving Liverpool. They are going to buy Frimpong from Bayer Leverkusen. They are going to buy from Bournemouth.
From Milos
Kekes from Bournemouth, and they are going to buy a couple of players in Flying Wheats too.
Flying Wheats medical is booked.
Yeah, so let's see what happens with all of them for Liverpool. For Man City is quiet for now, but let's see. They will buy. Not be Man City again. They get money. They will buy. Okay, finally on our YouTube channel, Chisco is saying, "Good morning, guys in the studio. Good morning. Thank you for joining on today's show." Okay, let's take phone calls. Number to call is 0706 0485853. Tell us what you think about all these transfers we are talking about today. Yeah, hello, good morning. Good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning. Name and location, please.
Large from Cross River.
Okay, what is your contribution? Welcome.
Mr. Bowen, good analysis.
Okay.
But I feel we are all logical human beings.
Mm-hmm.
In fact, let me not say we are all. I feel most of us are logically inclined. You don't call Arsenal and then you generalize it. When you use the subject term Arsenal, they are confused. They are this, they are that. I don't buy into that idea.
Okay.
At the point in time, I started buying into your analysis. But I used to say it here in this station. We Arsenal fans, like me, a die-hard Arsenal fan, don't give a damn about what other clubs win. The day I started supporting Arsenal was the day men turned invisible. Men became immortal. That alone swept me off my foot. I started supporting Arsenal. Okay. And nothing can ever come to me as a regret. So if anyone has any opinion to make about Arsenal, banter is allowed. But at a point in time, there are some words to use. And most of us here don't buy into that.
Okay.
In the case of, and I believe Mr. Bowen, to be very fair, I believe Mr. Bowen is anti-Arsenal and maybe a Chelsea fan. If you go to the market and you do not meet the best shoe in the market, the one you buy will always be the best. I still say it. Madrid has nothing to do in that conference league. Barcelona will have nothing to do in that conference league. Liverpool will have nothing to do with that conference league. So if Chelsea find themselves there, it's not as if they choose to go there and win it. They won it because they fell into that category. Is that very so? Now, in terms of Gyökeres and Sesko, what I was expecting Bowen to say was to say particularly to Mikel Arteta, that is the most confused coach. We don't need trial and error.
Thank you.
What we need is Gyökeres.
That's what he said. That's what Bowen is saying.
That's what he said actually.
If you fail, let's know that yes, he has failed. But we need a world-class striker to complement all the good work. So me, Mikel Arteta has done well. You understand? But when it comes to signing, he makes some grievous mistakes, like the signing of Kai Havertz. He was never good at Arsenal.
Thank you.
You understand? But you went for him because he was very confused on who to get. And at times you want to make people feel that you know the best. You understand? So let Mikel Arteta go for Gyökeres. That's my humble submission. Thank you for having me.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Okay. I think Bowie actually is an Arsenal fan, but sometimes he supports Major Real Madrid, but he likes Arsenal too.
He loves Arsenal.
But Real Madrid is his favorite club. That's why he's talking about Gyökeres and Sesko. Truthfully, Arsenal needs an established striker, and all these testing, they work. Yeah, hello, good morning.
Good morning, you guys.
Good morning. Name and location, please.
It's Bishop from Transecool.
Okay, what is your contribution?
I also disagree with Bowen. He said that it's good for Arsenal to win conference league and end up 19th position in the league. That's a relegate. I disagree.
I don't think it's better.
No, you don't mean. But he said now where you see for market you go buy. You know, go house empty-handed.
Maybe he was exaggerating.
Yes. You were exaggerated on that one. Yes.
I disagree.
It
shows that we are listening also.
Yes.
And we can disagree on certain things.
Yes.
That one aside, then also, you know that after just won the conference league, Chelsea fan called me and said, Bishop, I should congratulate him. I said, okay, I congratulate you. So that is how. I don't know if you make us something here. This trophy you won, you're enjoying that everything. I said, bro, you are going back there to win same trophy. He said, no. Why?
Because
Can you answer why?
children
trophy be that one. Who won't come play conference league?
So which means it's not worth it. Because you should be celebrating and want to win more and want to retain the trophy. I think you don't want to retain the trophy. You say you don't want to play there again. This is a trophy you won and they're enjoying and they're celebrating. But you are telling me that you don't want to go back there to defend your trophy again. That's one aside. You can discuss with your brain. Then, before I drop, the reason why I called you this, I'm worried, I'm scared. Big to cement. This is how we started last summer.
Exactly.
I complained about it.
Exactly.
They are starting by coaching Osimhen again.
Exactly.
All these clubs that need number 9, Chelsea have gone for the lab. I'll bet you here they will not sign Osimhen. If you want to sign Osimhen, there will be no need for the lab. Spend the money up to 70 million pounds, get him from the club, pay him like 300. Osimhen will give you like 30 goals or something every season. Exactly. I bet on that. Then what you have Jackson? I don't know if Nkunku is going. Osimhen is always fit. Jackson is there also. You also have wingers that can come in and score. You don't need the lab to spend that 30 million and then to pay him 100. You don't need it. Osimhen is a proving. You get can give you that good. Now they have boycotted. Now that's for them. Spending one peak again on Osimhen. Instead, they should have used the money they spend on the lab and join another money and spend big and get a big player. That's one aside. Then also, Arsenal, the people need a striker. They are not even discussing him on the table. They are discussing Rumours and Sancho. Then, I don't know, coming to United, Man need him, but they cannot afford him. Now, they know what FFP is hanging on their neck. I don't think they can even team that came to Man U. They are looking for who to pay 100 and 150.
Okay.
And the city commands more than that. Barcelona also needed a striker. And you think they are going for Rashid. Because this their top striker is saying, but he's getting to Lewandowski. I think they should add another striker, powerful striker, improving who score also in that. We say I'm hearing more of Rashford then. That all these things that need strikers,
they're not going to
all of them should be fighting and we're hearing every day this one is coming from Smith, but they are boycotting him again. I don't want to see him talk again. But like that is going to happen.
Okay.
We get
yes.
It makes you think we talk again and we stay back in talking. This is how we started last summer.
Yes.
Like me, I had confidence that club will come. They will come. They didn't come.
All right,
Even the summer ended. Don't forget that the summer ended.
Yes, they signed him off.
Yes. It ended. It's because Turkey still had the little chance.
A little 1 week, extra 1 week.
Yes.
I don't know if someone else is worried like me, but I have to say the truth here. I'm also worried.
Thank you very much. Okay, it's true. Nobody's talking about Osimhen for now, which is actually sometimes is worrying. But let's see if it's going.
Let the rumors in the market die
down
a bit.
I won't say that. Our officially the
what if Liverpool is looking at? Now, so Liverpool make silent move. Yes, last season.
The transfer window is not officially open. So and just the Turkish league just finished. I think they played the game yesterday or so. They even played the final game. So let's see if what happens with him. But hopefully, let this thing that happened last season will not happen to him this season, because that's how everybody was talking. He's going to go to PSG. He's going to go to this place and play Chelsea, and nobody actually came to buy him. But let's see what happens. Okay, let's take more calls about. I know if once we talk about transfer, everybody wants to talk about transfer. Yeah, hello, good morning.
Morning,
good morning. Name and location, please.
My name is Juan.
Okay. What's your contribution? Please, can you please raise your voice a little bit?
Okay. I can hear you now.
Okay, all right. What's your contribution?
And first, I want to talk about the Chelsea striker.
The Chelsea striker, the lap, okay.
Yes. But if you look at Chelsea starting, you know that starting has been to strike that. He's not strong enough. Just to bringing in new striker, I think that can make Jackson strong, because look at last match, which is final for that conference league. He missed the chance. And that was a very big chance. But it's because of lack of confidence. So he's just bringing new striker. You know, if the first you can play Jackson for first starting level. You know how to play, because you will be playing that maybe you do maybe to first, another person will come in.
Okay, yeah.
You don't have another, even think it's not, even my they are not strong enough. So they are just playing because they don't have any other person. So bringing in love, I know that Jackson can even calm down because I don't say the love will come and compete with Jackson, but maybe I think that will make Jackson
to sit off. Yeah.
even the.
All right. Thank you very much. Okay.
Another thing is that's about Sancho.
Okay, Sancho. Okay.
Because yes, me I'm begging testify, and that my knowledge that Sancho.
Oh, you like Sancho? Okay, that's cool.
Yes, if you look at the wing, you observe that Mario is playing well, but Sancho, that conference, when Maresca made some substitution, bringing in Sancho, that right thing, that Sancho did a lot. He did a lot. So they should not let Sancho go. Because Sancho is a very good player. Don't take a look at that. Man, they are not giving chance to play.
Okay.
He deserves to play for Chelsea, so they should not let him go.
All right, thank you very much. Okay. He wants Sancho to stay at Chelsea, and he wants. He believes probably that he will stay. But if he stays, let's see if Chelsea. It has to reduce. Yeah, it has to take a pay cut for him to actually stay at Chelsea. If not, Chelsea will let him go, and he goes back to Manchester United, and nobody wants him at Manchester United.
50 now. You know hard.
They don't go pay.
50 is small money.
They don't go pay. Let's take more.
They don't go pay.
Yeah, hello. Good morning.
Just doesn't get the money.
Good morning. Name and location, please.
My name is Manchester United OG calling from Enugu.
Okay, welcome. What's your contribution?
I told you guys to update me on Manchester United. I'm not heard anything.
When I don't get updates, Kuya might come.
Well, I never see money buy players.
Manchester United, no mind them. Man United is still scouting.
They are looking for.
They are still scouting.
No, get me. Leave John alone. Manchester United.
Now, yeah, my guy. Man United is still scouting. Based on the formation they are playing, they are looking for a double 10. And they are looking at Brian from a Cameroonian brother, and they're looking at other options.
Yes.
Ederson from Atlanta. They are still scouting. Like now, Man United scout Liam. Just don't go sign him. So Man United is scouting. They are scouting for Ederson of Atlanta to come and play DM alongside Ugati. Why Casemiro can look for can be the senior figure in the side. Then some other replacements in midfield, like I think a right wing back, one right wing back. I don't know who is going to come in that position yet. So one right wing back, Ederson for midfield, then Mbeumo to come and support Cunha behind the striker. Then I think there's a deal.
Is he staying? I thought the guy need to leave.
Amorim stays. And there's a rumor that came out last night that if Man United wants to go for Victor Osimhen, it means Napoli will have to go for Højlund and they'll do a cash and player swap. But that one now is like rumor, is not possible for now.
Okay.
So let's see what develops. But now Man United is still making silent moves. One right winger.
The problem is that these guys don't need to waste time. What happened last season? If it happened this season again, that thing going to cause a lot of problem for Manchester United fans.
The thing is, Man United don't get they give you
season. So how are you going to stay again with another 1 year again without all this story again?
We
need to do something about this Manchester United. We need a surgery. We need a pure surgery in Manchester United.
All right.
Things are happening and the fans are not happy. Especially me, I'm not happy. I'm going to hit somebody if they are not going to do something about it.
You are going to do something by yourself.
And how can Manchester United hit 15th? And the small cup they're supposed to win and go to Champions League. A little cup, small one. They're supposed to win and go to Champions League. And they just drop it to Tottenham. Not even Tottenham is not informed, sir. Okay. I don't understand what is happening. Is that the players are not happy? Or the management are not doing something good? I don't understand. Everything is confused to me. Market is supposed to be in the market by now.
All right, thank you.
I'm buying players and they're still waiting. No, allow me to say my mind. I'm not happy. This thing I told you that sometimes I will not eat because of this particular test. And I need to say it out. So that they can do something else. I don't understand. If any website that you guys will give me, let me just write to them.
Okay.
No worry. Fans are not happy.
I'll give you the link.
Fans in my area, they are not happy.
Okay.
We had meeting yesterday about Manchester United.
I'll give you the link to the support team.
All right.
Then you can send me a message.
Okay, he's not happy. Let's hope that they will do. For me, I'm rooting for Amorim because he's a young coach. I like young coaches when they go to clubs. They should do well because the question is if he doesn't do well, another big club will not call for me. It's always hard. Look at Lampard, all those young players that made that high leap and they failed, and you see where they ended up with. It's always going to be tough for him. But let's see what happens with Manchester United next season. Okay, this is how I'm going to end today's show. Thank you for joining us on today's show. Finally, on our YouTube channel, I read last comment. Chisco is saying, make una, I beg, make una send this message, give Maresca. We still have a big problem to deal with in those players on loan. Example, Sterling. Please find a club for him before he touch down Stamford Bridge. Okay, so what is happening to Modric? Modric is still suspended. He's still suspended.
And he's still going to be at Chelsea.
Yeah, he's going to be at Chelsea until they finalize his
Felix as well too.
And finalize everything about Modric. By next season, we'll know what will happen to him. Thank you for all those that join us on our YouTube channel. I can see about 40% join us today. Thank you. Remember, guys, to subscribe to our channel. Tomorrow, we'll come back and talk about the Champions League because tomorrow is the Champions League final. It's going to PSG versus Inter Milan in that final. You will get your own prediction of who you think will win the Champions League. Monday, we'll come back and analyze what happened in that game. My name is Godwin, and have a nice day.
Hello Enugu and welcome to Volt 104.3 FM, where music meets the voltage. Enjoy the sports.
No news there for Man U. News no day. Bro, no news. The news there for Man United. No news.
See, they talk about exit first. Then they talk about players with the scout.
Scout no be say you don't sign or you want sign.
They say one sign and you go not be the scout they go sign.
They never link you to anybody. They never link them. Baba rest them. You know they ever agree. Rest.
No be rumor they find. Na confirm you don't give am. No be rumor you talk about.